Hello everyone, I am Gargi Nade, a third year engineering student from Ramlavadik Institute of Technology, Navi Mumbai, from the Information Technology Department. First of all, I am really thankful to Lord Buddha TV channel for considering me capable enough for this opportunity to state a few points of mine or the opinion of mine on Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar on the occasion of his 131st birth anniversary. So basically, when we talk about Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, I have seen a lot of people around me who think that he is someone relevant to the Dalits or someone who has framed the constitution or about the reservations. But I believe that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is a very prominent leader in the history of our nation. Not considering the reservation, not considering the constitution or the Dalit equality, all in all, he as a part of the Indian society is a very prominent figure in our history. Starting off with the constitution of our nation. So the constitution of our nation or of India was framed by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, and he was majorly a major figure in the framing of the constitution. But apart from that, what we as youth need to understand is the objective of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar towards the society, what he wanted and what he did for in the movement of equality. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was against Hinduism because Hinduism supported a factor that there is a society, there is a part of the society that is known to be the oppressed or marginalized, which means that there is some community in our nation that is known to be oppressed or lower caste people. And that is why many people have objection against him, or many people have certain beliefs that Dr. Ambedkar was not at all, his decisions were biased towards religions. But that is not true, because Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was a person or was a leader who believed in equality. Now that equality was based on all the factors, not only religion but also gender, or if we take the example of intercaste marriages, even that he considered to be a part of the equality movement. Because he was against Hinduism, he led the Neo-Buddhist movement along with a lot of people or a lot of followers of him. He led the Neo-Buddhist movement because he wanted to adopt Buddhism. And on 14th of October 1956, he adopted Buddhism because he thought that this might play a very major role in bringing the oppressed or the marginalized to certain level of equality. Now talking about the oppressed. Who were the oppressed and who were known as the lower caste? Who were the Dalits? Who were the marginalized? Basically, there was an era which is somewhere continued till today, that people of certain caste or community were known as untouchables. Untouchables simply meaning that you cannot touch them, or upper caste cannot even see a lower caste person, or if they do, then that is considered to be a very bad luck. Yes, that is true, that is reality. And I am not going to speak about the contributions of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar to the nation. I am not going to let this time of mine go vain in explaining what he has done to the nation. I simply want the youth to understand his objective towards the society and not considering him a leader who is only responsible for the constitution or reservation or the Dalits. So untouchables were not allowed to even have food in the same plate as the upper caste or have the water of the wells of upper caste, because of which the Chaudartar Satyagraha was led by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on 20th March 1927. This was with the objective that the untouchables or the lower caste would get the right of drinking water of their own, of their right, without any oppression or without any consideration of the caste. Dr. Baba Saheb's contribution to the nation is not only about the education systems, but it is also about the hierarchical or the caste system of our Indian nation, because he always believed in equality of a person and the treatment to a human being as a human being, without thinking of his caste or gender or any other factor of discrimination. And this was the basis that Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar believed in three principles, and that were liberty, equality and fraternity, which simply means that he wanted liberty or the freedom of speech, of going and having water from the wells of upper caste, or not at all having any discrimination, and considering everyone to be of an equal status, no matter what their caste is, no matter what their gender, creed or anything, any other factor of discrimination. Not only about the caste system, but he was also responsible for the women rights. He made the rights to divorce, right to inheritance and legal recognition of intercaste marriages. He believed that intercaste marriages are a very significant part to resolve this discrimination process in the society. And talking about reservation, it was not only for the Dalits or the lower caste, it acted as a tool for him to bring the suppressed or the oppressed people and the marginalized people to a certain level of recognition, so that people don't underestimate them just because of their caste, creed, gender or anything else. And that was the reason why he thought of reservation, and he gave reservation in the educational system of our country. Now, when I explain this, many people, like I have seen a lot of friends of mine or people around me who don't understand this, because they haven't seen this in a practical manner, or they have not known things, or they have not witnessed this discrimination. But my grandfather, Advocate Eknath Rao Awad, who was a social worker, he was a prominent leader of the Dalits and highly inspired by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. I have seen his life through my eyes, and I have read his books, I have read his autobiography, and I have got to know about the struggle that he has faced. Because the Dalit movement or the suppression of Dalit is not of an individual, it is of a whole community. And he has faced a lot of things, like when he was a child, he had to clean dead animals, he had to clean cow dung, or he had to work for the upper caste. Why? Because that profession was considered to be in accordance with the religion. If you are of a particular religion, this is the work you are supposed to do. And I don't think that this shows any kind of equality in the society. But because he was inspired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he knew the importance of education, and he pursued his education. He went for higher studies, he did his BSW, his law, and he became a very prominent role in the society. He fought for the grazing lands. Now, when people talk about reservation especially, they think that reservation is just a part of the society that is too biased, like this is a biased decision. But unless and until you treat a human as a human, you cannot talk about the factors that are there for them. Because reservation is one factor that is considered to be an important part of the country, because many Dalits or many to be particular, there are some communities which are deprived of education. They are deprived, like my grandfather was not allowed to sit in the school. He used to sit outside the school and watch the lecturers giving lectures, and then he studied and he pursued his education in this manner. So according to me, this motto of the objective is what the youth needs to understand. It is not about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar or some other leaders. It is not about their contributions. It is about the objective that we need to follow in this generation as well. And when you talk about a particular leader, I believe that first you should, if we consider Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, I have seen that not many people have what he has actually done for the society, not many people are known about that. So I think that studying that and following the objective, and not only praising them, not only praising the leaders that this leader has done this thing for us, and about the freedom fighters. No, that is not supposed to happen. What is actually supposed to happen is following the objective that they have given to us. And I believe that as youth, I would like to pass on this message that we as youth are responsible for conveying this onwards, not only till now, but making sure that the next generation or other people around us also get to know about this objective. We have many areas, even today we have many cases where atrocities are considered, where discrimination is there, but we don't talk about that a lot because we are living in civilized cities. We don't face any discrimination, we don't see any discrimination, and therefore we don't think that there is any discrimination. So I believe that looking into the practical world and going out there and looking for people who are actually suffering from this thing, the discrimination part, is very important. And making sure that this Ambedkar Jayanti, we not only dance on the DJs outside, but make sure that you pass on this message by reading at least one book, or by holding some campaigns that can pass on this message to the society, that what actually the objective of equality, liberty and fraternity Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar has taught us. And in the end, I'd like to thank Lord Buddha channel again, and my uncle Vinod Chandmare for giving me this opportunity of stating a few points of mine. And I'm really glad that they have considered me capable enough of having this platform for showcasing my thoughts. And that's it. Thank you. Jai Bhim.